Okay, so let's get right to the point. So, hey everyone, thanks for joining us today. I'm really excited to invite our guest on today's We Got You Live series. I'm Amanda from the Life at Humber team, and this is our We Got You Live series where we answer your big questions. So today's guest is a huge Formula One and IndyCar fan, has a guilty pleasure for reading outdoors in the sun, who doesn't, and loves traveling, specifically Hawaii's her fave. Introducing today's guest, Health Promotions Coordinator, Stefanie. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me today, Amanda. It's great.
I hope you like that warm intro.
I do. Thank you. Looking forward to next weekend. It's the new race, so I'm excited about that one.
That's awesome. Any IndyCar fans, leave a comment down below. Let us know if you're excited for that. So today's conversation, we're going to be focusing on the important question that a lot of students have on their minds right now, and that is, how can I speak with a doctor or nurse at Humber?
Well, right now, the Student Wellness and Accessibility Center is closed until further notice as a result of the COVID. But the staff in all areas of expertise, they're available online or by phone, so students can access the services through a combination of remote options. And once we get back to normal at campus, doors are going to be wide open, and we welcome everybody to come and see us.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I just want to let viewers know and listeners know that a lot of the links and resources that we're sharing today are all available in our link in our bio. So don't worry too much about writing down all the phone numbers and the URLs, because we got you covered. So feel free to just enjoy this conversation. So thanks so much for sharing that. Happy to hear that services are available virtually. A big question that we receive a lot is, what is the difference between seeing a doctor or a nurse?
Aside from the different educational pathways, doctor's scope of practice, it's different from a nurse. Doctors, they're formally trained in providing the treatment of disease. They can prescribe medication, they order tests, they perform medical procedures, and they diagnose health conditions. Whereas the nurses, we approach care from a different model, and we focus on assisting the individual. So the nurses at the health center, their scope of practice including assessing and treating minor illnesses or injuries. They can provide support, education on some health conditions, mental health wellness, provide information about birth control counseling and pregnancy testing. And they can talk to a nurse about anything.
That's awesome. Thanks so much for that. So I know you mentioned that the Student Wellness and Accessibility Center is closed currently, and things are constantly getting updated, and folks can follow on updates by going to humber.ca/updates. But a big question that we've received in the last couple of days through Instagram stories is, where is the Student Wellness and Accessibility Center actually located on campus?
At the North Campus, it's on the second floor of the Learning Resource Commons, LRC. In the Lakeshore, it's at the Welcome Center on the second floor, right off of Colonial Samuel Smith Park Drive. Okay. And the hours for both, 8:30 to 4:30, Monday to Friday.
Oh, perfect. That was actually going to be my next question, so thank you for that. I see folks are adding some questions to the chat. We love that, so keep doing that. We're going to address all of the questions at the end. My next question for you, Stefanie, is when SWAC, like Student Wellness Accessibility, SWAC for short, is closed, how do students connect with, what kind of supports are available offline, like after hours?
Well, off hours, students, if they want to speak to us, they can call Telehealth Ontario. They're there 24/7. Their number is 1-866-797-0000. They can speak to a registered nurse about anything and everything. If they have mental health concerns, they can contact Good to Talk. That's at 1-866-925-5454. As far as resources, even on our website, there's numerous resources of health services that are available in the community. So I would really encourage students, access the resources on the site at SWAC and see how we can be of help. Or you can always leave a message for one of the nurses or counselors or an individual at SWAC, and they can always call you back.
Okay, that's awesome. And like some of those services you mentioned, like Good to Talk, are they free?
Yes, which is the great thing. And good to talk. That's specific for post-secondary school students, and it really provides a lot of information about mental health wellness
Awesome.
and even telehealth. That's totally free too.
Oh, nice. And that includes international students as well?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, we know a big portion of you are international students, so you were going to ask the questions for you as well. How can students make appointments to see a doctor or nurse?
Well, right now, because we are virtual, if we go online, there's the emails or the phone number. You can call, leave a message, or email, and then someone will get in touch with you, and then they could arrange that virtual appointment with either the nurse, the counselor, the doctor, or even one of the accessibility learning officers.
Okay. I know you mentioned that the appointments are available through phone call, in some cases like video chat. What if like folks aren't comfortable putting their webcam on? Can it be a problem or anything like that?
No, it's completely student centric. Premise is to support students on their needs, so I totally get that. Some of us are camera shy. I usually am on Mondays, so I totally get it.
Awesome. And do I need a health card or a student ID to access these services?
Yeah, typically we'd like to have the students bring their document because the services at SWAC are available to all currently enrolled students at Humber and at Guelph Humber. So we would like you to bring your student card so that way they can validate. If you don't have that, they can always look you up. Definitely, if you're seeing the doctor, then you do need your provincial health card. And if you're an international student, yes, you will require your international student health insurance to see one of the doctors. Yes.
Awesome. And a question that we've got in the last couple of days is what's included in the insurance provided?
For any health insurance, if it's like for the international, it would, or Humber insurance, really recommended to get in touch with Ignite because then they can provide the student with explicit detail and information about what's covered under their plan. If it's the provincial health card, definitely accessing the Ministry of Health website, and you can see exactly what you're covered under your provincial health plan.
Awesome. So for international students who are interested in learning about what's available to them, health insurance, the recommendation is to check out information laid out by Ignite Student Life, which is our student government at Humber College in Guelph Humber. And so if you want to check out that website, we have a link in the bio. Just search for, like, there's a long list of links. You're going to want to click Ignite Health and Dental Benefits. I believe that's the link, but click there. And Ignite is really laid it out in a nice, clear, and concise way for folks to learn more about what's available to them. So, and with Ontario provincial information, that's also available in bio by searching. You'll see it's like I have it right here. Some online health and wellness resources. So it's a long list of awesome resources available to students. Another question I have for you, Stefanie, is often when we think of health, we think of both physical and mental health. So what kind of supports are when it comes to mental health?
With mental health, the students have access to short-term counseling services. Services are free, they're confidential. The counselors, they're licensed to practice psychotherapy. The doctors that are there, they're available for mental health assessments. They offer follow-up and referrals when required. There's even virtual psychiatry services that are available. And Humber's linked up with a organization called Therapy Assistance Online, TAO for short. So students can access that resource at any time from the luxury of their home, any day, and they can speak to one of those therapists or even access those resources that are available to them online. And with the nurses at SWAT, definitely the nurses, they can provide mental health assessments. They can offer the students follow-up resources and supports that are offered through SWAC. Just to access any of the SWAC services, just to go online, booking through counseling at humber.ca to book an appointment for one of the services, and they can link out. But TAO, that is totally accessible to all students. All you need is your student ID to access them, and you can reach their services at any time. Or Good to Talk telephone service. Yeah.
Really cool. Um, that counseling services are really great. We know that there's a lot of stigma when it comes to accessing mental health supports, but we want everyone to know, everyone tuned in and listening to the replay, that mental health is as important as physical health. So we know that at Humber, and we're here to support you. Definitely check out a lot of those services Stefanie made mention to, just to summarize: counseling, TAO, and additional services laid out in the link in our button. Happy to give you an answer as soon as possible. So my last question for you, and then we're going to go into the comments, is why should someone reach out to counseling in general?
With Humber, we want you to do well academically. You know, that's your future career that you're going into. But we also want to ensure that we're providing you with those required supports for your wellness, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional. We want you to achieve success. And we're here. We got you. You know, that's our motto. We want you to realize the services are there for you. Please link out. It's really student-based. We want to support you in any shape, way, or form that we can.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually scroll through some of the questions that we received in the chat. So thank you again to everyone who submitted them, whether before. Okay, so we have a question. What about for international students? Should
I think my connection
talk with insurance company before?
Okay, there we go. I think I got you back.
Sorry, folks. I'm back. Okay, good.
I think we're frozen.
Sorry about that. My computer froze. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think we're good now. Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. So I think not touch it anymore. All right, so sorry, Steph.
Oh. Okay, I think we're good now. Yeah, we're back.
Okay, folks, we froze there a bit. But to answer the question, so when booking an appointment, the question was around insurance. So again, we highly recommend checking out Ignite's website. We've linked it in our bio, so just go into our link profile, click the link in the bio, and then look for Ignite Health and Dental, their website, which has all that information laid out for you. And you can reach out to them because they manage that area. It's really important for us that you get the most up-to-date information. So with that said, we get any other questions. So I'm going to start wrapping up with folks. So thank you so much, Stefanie, for chatting with us and sharing with us today. We really appreciate you talking with us, and we're positive that folks got a lot of value from you today. So you already answered those questions. If folks have questions outside of today's live, feel free to message us anytime. Very accessible through DMs on Instagram. Stefanie, do you have any last words of wisdom for folks tuned in about health or counseling services at Humber?
Definitely, there's numerous resources, supports, access them. Because we want to support you as best we can. We also know that this is a new learning environment for everyone for the pandemic, but we want you to recognize you're not alone. We definitely got you. And even if you just need a question answered, feel free to reach out to any of us at SWAC. We're more than willing and able to provide you with any support and assistance that you need. And definitely, once we're back and open, come see us. Come say hello. Get to see our location. I would love to take you on a tour.
We love that. Thank you so much. And if folks are looking for more information, they can go to humber.ca/student-life/SWAC. And there you can see more information on health and counseling services at Humber. But with that said, this is the end of the We Got You Live conversation. Thanks so much for tuning in. We like to keep these conversations nice and short and to the point because we value your time. We hope you learned a lot today. And if you missed the first part of this conversation, don't worry, it's going to be accessible through IGTV immediately after. It is also available. Sorry, it is also available on YouTube afterwards, like probably in the next week, but also available on our new podcast. So the Life at Humber team started a new podcast. All you have to do is search Life at Humber on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Spotify, and you'll find it there. So this entire there as well. With that, thank you so much. Stay safe out there, and see you in the next one. Bye, Humber.
Okay, thank you.
Bye, Stefanie.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.